Mike Riazzi is a name well known in the Merritt Island area simply because he's a football coach, and he knows how to coach these kids, and he's done a great job, especially in the Catholic school system, right?
I've been very lucky. We have some fantastic kids coming through Melbourne Central Catholic, and I'm blessed with some of the finest coaches in the area. And, hey, it works out. It's good stuff.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people are attracted to the quality of the head coach, and I think that's why the reason that you're being inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame.
I don't know. I'm very lucky, very blessed. I must know somebody in high places, but I feel very honored, and that's nice of you to say.
Well, now, I also wanted to ask you a question. When you think back on all the wins and the losses and the people that you've coached and things like that, what moment, and I know there's more than one, what moment always brings a smile to your face when you remember it?
Man, I got a letter today from a kid who's graduating, Alec LaFleur, and he said, "Coach, thank you for everything," and it was so great. I about cried, and those are the moments. Those are phenomenal moments, is when one of your players just appreciates the extra time and the smiles every day, and that's great.
All right, now what is one of the life lessons that sports taught you?
Well, I think rule number one is show up every day. Get to school every day, get to work every day, get to practice every day, and after that, make people feel good, make them feel good about themselves, build their confidence, and sports, so much character and hard work. There's so many lessons, and I'm proud to be a part of high school athletics.
Now, at Melbourne Catholic.
Yep.
Tell me what particular, if a kid came up to you and said, "I want to follow in your footsteps, I want to learn what you learned," what would you say to them? How would you mentor them?
Wow. I do this because my high school coaches in Bristol, Tennessee were so phenomenal. I loved it, and I hope that I showed the kids that I show up every day and it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like I'm a coach, and I'm around funny, happy kids, at a faith-based school. What more could you ask for? And if you just go for it, just do it.
We're joined now by a premier coach, not because he's the premier, but he helped start the coaching for football at FIT, Steve Englehart. Hey, Steve.
How are you doing? Thanks this is a great event.
I know, you didn't come and recruit me.
No, I didn't.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a little
I think you were out of eligibility.
Yeah, probably. Andy.
I would have.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Well, Steve, now you've started the program. How do you feel about it so far?
Really good. I mean, we had it's been a long process. I was hired, 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, to build the program from scratch, and started off with very little, and now have quite a bit, and we're growing and continuing to grow, and have about 120 football players on the team now, and just finished up our first season this past year, and finished with a modest record of 5-7. For our first year program, playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores. So, we're excited about the future of the program, and we're excited just about what it's bringing to the community, and how the community is supporting us as well. So. It's been an exciting couple years, and it was good to finally get this first season out of the way. And Now comes the hard part, and we got to continue to improve and get better.
Yeah. Now, already, I know it's only been a year, but is there something from the past year when you recall it, all of a sudden it puts a smile right on your face?
Yeah, I think so. We had a come from behind win versus Stetson, which was our first opponent that we played. So in our first game, we had 5,000 people, there at the game, and it didn't look good for a long time. But then we ended up coming back and winning that game, and just the excitement of winning your first collegiate game. The looks on the players' faces and the look on our president's face and everything. It was really a fun time.
What life lesson do you think that a lifetime of sports activity has taught you?
Well, I think persistence, hard work, always being on time. Those are things that, that I try to teach our players, and my coaches when I was young taught me. If you showed up late, there was a consequence for it, so just little things. I think just doing things the right way, getting involved in the community, giving back to the community, because really the reason why we're able to do what we do is because the community gives so much to us. So it's about giving back. So there's a lot of things, and I think sports teaches that to to everybody who's involved, and it's really about not just building character, but they say sport, playing athletics and things like that doesn't necessarily build character, but it definitely helps with that. But there's a lot of things that go into it. But I'm excited that this is my profession. I get to do this for a living.
Yeah, and get paid for it.
And get paid for it. It's not a bad deal.
All right, now I'm going to put you on the spot real quick, because they do it to me all the time. How many Hurricanes are we going to have this year? My question is, how many games are you going to win next year?
We will win all of them.
There you go.
Maybe not by the score, but we're winners in all of them.
There you go. She's been watching me since she was little, as Lisa Donaldson Duran. Now, you are known, and you're going into the Sports Hall of Fame because of softball. How does a young lady get all excited and involved in softball?
Well, actually, my mother played softball in Satellite Beach for the Zephyrs. And I used to go out all the time and watch her, and they used to let me hit and play, and then all of a sudden I just kind of took up the love for it, and I continued playing. Then I ended up at Florida State.
Yeah, and you've done very well with it. You actually kind of made a living at it?
Temporarily I did, and then once I started wanting to be a parent, then I got pregnant with my daughter, and I became a soccer mom.
Right. And you also have coached, haven't you?
I did. I have coached. I've coached at the collegiate level. I've coached at the high school level. I coached middle school for my daughter. And when she decided to be a soccer player, I stopped coaching.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, when you look back on some of the moments of your career, tell me one, share one with me that brings a smile to your face.
It would probably have to be being All-American my junior year in college. It was a tough time for transitioning between slow pitch and fast pitch in the state of Florida.
Right.
And I didn't learn how to play fast pitch until I got to college. And going to the World Series 3 years in a row and becoming a first-team All-American was pretty, I think, pretty outstanding for me, considering the diversity and the transitioning.
And what did a life of sports instill in you as far as a life lesson goes?
Well, I can tell you that having sports in my life definitely enhanced everything in every attribute of my life. I'm a hard worker. I'm committed. I'm a great parent because I know that it's important for her to be a part of sports. And I made a lot of great memories and wonderful friends.
And would you, if you were mentoring somebody, what advice would you give them if they wanted to follow in footsteps like yours?
To work hard, stay committed, never stop trying, and probably just to have a good network of people around you and great coaching.
If you know surfing, you know Bob Freeman, because Bob Freeman is a name to contend with when it comes to not only longevity, but now the Hall of Fame. Congratulations,
Yes.
Bob.
Well, thank you, Danny.
Yeah. Now, overall, all the years here, a lot of people want to compare East Coast, West Coast, surfing, and all that sort of stuff. And I know you're a stand-up kind of guy. You're going to fight for the East Coast, aren't you?
Oh, that's right. The East Coast is a fun place to surf. One thing we have is warm water and lots of beach access. Big difference.
Oh, the water is a lot warmer than the Pacific.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, over the years that you've been out there surfing and all that sort of stuff, do you have some memories that you always put a smile on your face when you recall it? Maybe a charity drive or something like that you were involved in?
Oh, sure. Many charity drives have been worthwhile. You see everyone coming together, having fun at a sport they enjoy, raising money for a good cause. Those are always fun, and it's always a great networking opportunity. You see people you haven't seen since the drive occurred the year before,
Sure.
So it's a little bit of a homecoming, a real feel-good.
Yeah. The other question is, I want to know a little bit about life lessons. Your entire life caught up with surfing and all that stuff had to teach you a couple of lessons about, if nothing else, perseverance.
Perseverance and humility, too. There's those times when you're humbled out in the ocean where you occasionally, in certain conditions, become a little afraid. And also respectful of the ocean, humility that we're basically caretakers, keep the ocean clean, keep it pure, have it around for our grandkids. So a lot of that there. You're humbled by the presence of everything, the awe of it all.
Well, Bob, you're still admired in the surfing world. Well, when somebody comes up to you and says, Bob, mentor me or tell me the secret to your success, what do you share with them?
Just finding, being fortunate enough to find the one thing that you really enjoy doing, and then going at it and doing it. One of the nice things about surfing is the skill level is not important.
Right.
If you're at the beach and you're watching all the people that are surfing from all kinds of walks of life, all professions, some surf terrible, some surf great, they're all having a great time. They all have a big grin on their face. They come in from the water happy, go back to their life refreshed and energized. That's what's unique about surfing, and for surfers worldwide, everywhere.